Hey guys! This is Cartoon Recapped. Today we'll show you a 2015 family adventure cartoon called The Good Dinosaur. Be aware of heavy spoilers. Sit back and enjoy the show. In an alternate history, the asteroid that would have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago passes safely over Earth. Millions of years later, Apatosaurus corn farmers Henry and Ida have 3 children, Libby, Buck, and Arlo. While his successful siblings are allowed to make their mark, a mud print on the family's corn silo, Arlo's timid nature makes tasks difficult for him. Henry attempts to give Arlo a sense of purpose by putting him in charge of guarding their silo, and helps him set a trap. It captures a feral cave boy, but Arlo cannot bring himself to kill him, and sets him free. Disappointed, Henry takes Arlo to track the cave boy, leading them into a ravine. Henry saves Arlo from a flash flood before being killed by debris. Without his father, Arlo shoulders more of the workload. He spots the same cave boy inside the silo and, blaming him for his father's death, chases him into a river, where both are swept downstream. Arlo is knocked unconscious by a rock, and awakens to find himself miles from home. As he tries to return, his leg is caught by a boulder. The next day, Arlo wakes to find his leg has been freed. The cave boy appears with food, and leads Arlo to a berry tree. The cave boy then fends off a large snake, amazing Arlo, and impressing Forest Woodbush, a nearby eccentric Styracosaurus who wants to keep the boy. He forces Arlo to compete with him to give the boy a name he will respond to, and Arlo wins when he calls the boy Spot. Arlo and Spot bond as Arlo laments his lost family, and Spot reveals that his own parents are both dead. Later, when a storm strikes, Arlo runs away in fear and loses the riverbank he has been following home. The next morning, Arlo wakes to find Spot at his side. They are noticed by a band of pterodactyls, who appear to be conducting a rescue operation but turn out to be savagely carnivorous. When the pterodactyls try to eat Spot, Arlo and Spot flee, happening upon a pair of Tyrannosaurus siblings named Nash and his sister Ramsey, who drive off the pterodactyls. Nash, Ramsey, and their father Butch have lost their herd of longhorns, so Arlo offers Spot's help in sniffing them out. The group locates the herd, but Butch recognizes the work of cattle rustlers. Arlo and Spot lure the 4 rustler velociraptors into the open, allowing Butch and his family to attack. After the rustlers have been driven off, Arlo joins the Tyrannosaurus in driving the cattle south. Later, he sees the familiar mountain peaks of his homeland in the distance, and leaves with Spot to return home. Along the way, they encounter an adult feral caveman in the distance. Spot is intrigued, but Arlo dissuades him and they continue on. As another storm approaches, the pterodactyls return, attack, and carry Spot away. Arlo gets pushed off a cliff by one of the pterodactyls and becomes entangled in vines, being knocked unconscious as a rock strikes his head. Arlo has a vision of his father freeing him and leading him home. Arlo instead resolves to save Spot, making the vision of Henry proud of his son before it fades away. The vision invigorates Arlo with refound strength, as he frees himself from the vines and finds and attacks the pterodactyls, who have cornered Spot in the river. Arlo and Spot together plunge the pterodactyls into the water, where they are swept helplessly downstream. When a landslide causes a giant wave, Arlo leaps into the water to rescue Spot, and the two are swept away toward a waterfall. Arlo protects Spot as they go over the falls, and carries him to shore. As they near Arlo's home, the two are approached by the caveman and his entire family, who show great interest in Spot. With great reluctance, Arlo pushes Spot to join this new adoptive family, and the two of them share a tearful goodbye. Arlo finally arrives home to his mother and siblings, and makes his mark on the silo between those of his mother and father. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.